What? No. I gotta finish this, and then I'll let you go.
You got me alive, I didn't.
All right, 21. The following proof has 3 missing statements. Given LM is parallel to PQ, parallel. What did I tell you to look for when they give you parallel lines? The transversal, and then you got alternating interior angles, corresponding angles, that kind of stuff. That's the only reason they're going to give you parallel lines. Okay, MN is congruent to PN. MN is congruent to PN, and N is the midpoint of LQ. So that means this has to also be congruent to this, because that's the midpoint, it says. What are we trying to prove? N is the midpoint of LQ. Oh, prove that. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, so in order to prove that, if I could prove this triangle, LNM, congruent to this triangle, then by CPCTC I could prove these two sides congruent. That's probably what's going on. 1 and 3 are vertical. What do I notice about angles 2 and 4? They're congruent because of what? It says it right there on your paper. Statement S. 2 is congruent to 4 because of alternating interior angles, right? So that would have to go here, statement S. And then we could prove the 2 triangles congruent, statement R, by angle, side, angle. This angle, side, and angle. And then CPCTC was the last. So which one is SRT?
D.
D. Good. Questions on 21? A little hint, this here, CPCTC, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, always comes after you prove 2 triangles congruent. Once you prove the 2 triangles congruent, that's when you can use CPCTC right after that. Okay? All right, 22. We want to show angle BDE congruent to CTO, this angle, using corresponding parts of triangles. Which of the following would you need to prove? Well, we know that this would be congruent to this just by the points, right? We could count OT, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and DE, it would be 6 also, 1, 2. So that's how we can go to that side. What does this give us? COT is congruent to B. That would give us this angle. So then by side, angle, side, we can prove the 2 triangles congruent. A. By side, angle, side. Oh. The answer is D. They want you to actually prove the whole triangle is congruent. They're telling us this. Before we can use CPCTC, we've got to prove the 2 triangles congruent, just like I told you. So right before CPCTC, you got to have 2 triangles congruent. 23. Which set of information does not prove the 2 triangles congruent? Anybody get an answer? you say? B. Let's see, if we have AC congruent to OC and CAM congruent to COM, I know this is congruent to itself. That would give us angle side to side. Can't do that, can we? So that's the right answer. All the rest of them, I guess you could prove the two triangles from that. (24). Based on the drawing, which of the following rules could be used to prove the two triangles congruent? Side, angle side. Is the angle right in between the two sides? Is the angle they give us right in between the two sides? It would have to be this angle, wouldn't it? So it's not B. Angle side angle? It's A. It's hypotenuse and a leg. Okay, 25. Triangle ABC is isosceles. AB is congruent to BC. If the measure of angle A measure of angle A is 5x plus 30. Measure of angle B is 2x. And they want us to find the measure of C. How are we going to do this?
Plug it in.
What equation? What equation do we use?
Oh, wait.
You just guessing.
All the answers. No.
Don't you plug 2x into x divided by it?
It's an isosceles triangle, right?
Yeah.
What do we know about the base angles of isosceles triangles?
They're equal.
They got to be equal to. So this one here is also 5x plus 30. Does that make sense? So now I've got all three triangles, all three angles. If I add them up, what does that got to equal? It's a triangle.
180.
180. So 5x plus 30 plus 5x plus 30 plus 2x has to equal 180. Combine some like terms. What does that give me? 12x
Yep.
plus 60 equals 180.
Then you divide.
Minus 60 to both sides.
And you divide
12x equals 120.
Don't you
Then
divide?
divide by 12. So x equals 10, right? Alright, so if you're in a hurry and you put 10, you just got it wrong.
Oh,
I got you, didn't I?
yeah, I did.
I know you did.
I
I know you never trick you. So they want to know the measure of angle C, so we got to plug 10 in there. 5 times 10,
50.
50 plus 30, 80.
So that's technically like a trick question.
Just make sure you understand what the question wants you to find. Sometimes they say find x. Sometimes they actually want you to plug x in and solve for a part. Okay?
Alright.